Hey everybody, welcome to Hope for Survival YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, you're getting in the spirit for a great Thanksgiving week. And whether you're at home or traveling to be with friends or family, hopefully you have safe travels and memorable time together. And it's a great time to celebrate and also to reflect on our history and memories with family in the past. It's my favorite holiday for a lot of reasons, a lot to give thanks for right now and through life. Things that I'm very thankful for where I am, and the many blessings of um, life and health and family and wonderful friends and the Hope for Survival community that I consider family. Mean a lot. We have a very close group of people, and but with that being said, it's also a time to not let your guard down. And anyone who lives a preparedness lifestyle or tries to, you don't really have time to take days off. And even though we're going into the holiday season, um, there's a lot of things that are going on within Hope for Survival. We have a ham radio group that's working diligently right now to um, uh, deploy a digital ham radio network for the Hope for Survival personnel to build a communication bridge across numerous states so that we will have that ham network to move information in the event of a man-made or natural type disaster. Um, and with that being said and taking place, it is a great opportunity as well to work on your um, your own personal neighborhood communication plan and your community communication plan. And hopefully, in the near future, we're going to be able to tie those plans into the digital ham network so that we will have communication capability from the ground through tribes and communities and neighborhoods, be able to get and move information quickly and have good analysis and correct information to uh, pass up and down the network. It's also a good opportunity to get out and test your radios, whatever you may use. Now that the leaves are off trees, your signal may be better depending on what kind of equipment that you're using. And it's a good opportunity to test them, see what you may or may not need. At the same time, check your ready bags in your vehicles for winterization and your winter gear. So, yeah, the holidays are upon us. But I spent some time this weekend. Um, we currently have been using walkie-talkies in our neighborhood. They afforded us because of the proximity and line of sight. Um, for the most part, we were able to communicate pretty well. The only problem is that they're not secure, and I wanted to upgrade it. So, so I was out testing the Baofeng 5 watt and 8 watt using different antennas from point to point distance, um, proximities to um, test them for communicating and having strong signals. That is using the Baofeng 5 and 8 watt on the GMRS frequencies, which will give us a more secure, using the 5 watt more secure because the power outreach is less. And being able to trust your communication that it will be dependable 24/7 is really an important part of your preparedness package. So um, let's move on into the video, and I'll show you some examples and talk about some of the things that are important in your communication plan. One of the key parts in building your communication plan is you have to know if your plan works, and part of that is getting out and testing your equipment from furthest points and boundaries that you expect to communicate between your personnel, whether it's handhelds or base station type radio. Here I'm testing my neighborhood radios. I'm wanting to upgrade from walkie-talkies to a Baofeng 5 or Baofeng 8 watt using GMRS frequencies, and I'm going from point to point of where we would need to communicate for neighborhood watch security purposes. And this is straight radio to radio with handhelds. Now that the seasons have changed, the leaves are down, it's important to find out what impact it has on your communications. Hopefully, it improves your ability to communicate, but also going around to uh, the perimeter of the areas where you're hoping to have comms 24/7. It's important. If you can't communicate, you're going to be like a blind duck in a cave. So get up and go test these things. So another thing that you need to consider when you're building your communications, it's all based on what's available to you, your terrain, and so on. So in establishing our neighborhood communications for our neighborhood team, when I say team, we cover a lot A to Z, from security to neighborhood watch to keeping an eye on our neighbors for medical needs, chainsaw duties, keeping the roads clear. We meet with our local sheriff and communicate what our neighborhood's doing to our sheriff. Outside of our neighborhood, establishing a community communication network using the SureCom mini repeater. And this here is just an example. I'm not going to put the information on here to show this video, but this is just a sample of what you need to consider when you're setting up your community communications. The further out you can go to establish your 5 mile radius, the more um, capability it provides to your community and to your neighborhood. Also, it gives you an expanded communication network of individuals who may be able to provide skills and services to help other people in your community. And where you see the yellow stars, this is an example of putting the mini repeaters that a lot of communities are using today to set up a form of emergency comms to give alerting to community members. This was a great lesson learned of failures during Hurricane Helene. That communities did not get a heads up warning. And that simply is what this is hoping to do, as well as be able to communicate with other Hope for Survival members throughout the community in the hopes that Hope for Survival is very close to completing a digital ham radio capability from Alabama to the Eastern Shore, South Carolina, up to Wisconsin, and being able to use those nodes for digital ham to communicate into a community, and the community then receiving, in this example, we would receive the information in from a digital ham and then we would decipher the information and we would pass it out to our tribes or nodes. So the information would come into where the red star is and pass it out to the yellow stars, and therefore they would then distribute it down. This eliminates the need for having to have so many ham radios. That if you can have digital ham or ham radio capabilities into areas and then bridge a network across, that gets that information moving, and then at the local level be able to pass that information down to pertinent individuals. And that is where having your PACE plan is so critical. Um, for your primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency communications to individuals that are listed on your PACE plan. Where if you have a community that is spread out, then you would have kind of like a command post or a headquarters, and then they would distribute the information out to quads. Okay, and here we'll say that the red star is the headquarters and the yellow stars would be the quads of distributing this information out to spread it quickly throughout your community and beyond that. And hopefully through your digital ham, you will be able to tie into other ham radio networks that now today cover a pretty good portion of the United States, which is very, very informative and important during emergency operations for any kind of natural or man-made disaster that may take place in America. As I mentioned previously, the PACE plan example. Here is an example for you to consider. Okay, and you need to have a PACE plan set up for your neighborhood, and then expand it out to include your community. And you can keep them separate. You can have teams within your community, and then you can split them out into quads. So if within your community, you may be expanded out to where you have suburbs with individuals who can communicate back to where you may be, and you're the main hub. You can set them up in quads, cross town, cross community, and set up the individual PACE plan within those quads, as you see an example here. And these are important because you need to stay in touch with your quads um, all the time. Set up a comm schedule and frequency rotations if you're using ham and all that. It's in greater detail. But another thing is, if one or two of your quads goes down or you can't reach them, you may need one of your quads to step up and step into the comm role for the headquarters. And when you do communication exercises, this is a great exercise for you to consider doing. You may have an area that's flooded or an area where there's fires, and you may have to go to the quad nearest to that location to communicate to get the best up-to-date information that is possible from it. So primary, alternate, contingency, emergency, PACE. It's the same platform used in the military. It's simple and it works great. You need a family PACE plan, a community PACE plan, a neighborhood PACE plan. It just lets you know who is there and what are the top 4 ways to communicate with them. It may be a cell phone, it may be a runner, it may be a walkie-talkie, it may be a ham radio. It's all based on what you have available and your terrain and capabilities. Okay, so I kind of laid out testing the radios and what I was doing. Kind of showed you the importance of setting up your community map and also building your PACE plan. These are some of the bare basics. to developing your comm plan and your comm package. So, like I said, the holidays are upon us, but with everything going on in the world right now, um, I would really recommend that you not let your guard down. Keep your head on a swivel, stay focused, pay attention to what's happening, not just nationally, but also in your state. And if you're out and about shopping um, during the Thanksgiving weekend, this coming weekend, be safe. Watch out for crazy people. Watch out for crazy people in the parking lots. Don't get set up. Don't get scammed. And if you get caught in a bad situation, always, as we've taught, always have a plan to get out of your circumstance, whether you're in a mall, whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're walking to your car. Always mentally have an exit strategy to what is your scenario. Stay left of bank. Okay, so anyway, I want to keep this short. The last couple have been kind of long. So if you like this video, hit like. If you got any comments, please comment. Share with others who you're trying to help, and help us get the word out for trying to keep people left at bank and safe. So blessings to you. Don't forget to give thanks, and always remember we are blessed people to live in this country. Bravo Echo out.